They believed they could play with fire, convinced they'd never feel the heat. They thought they could drag you through hell, leave you bruised and broken, and walk away untouched, laughing at the chaos they left behind. But they forgot one thing. What goes around always finds its way back. And now that very hell they handed you so freely has its gaze fixed on them. They subjected you to days of torment, made you question every piece of yourself, every memory. They left you gasping for air, doubting your worth, wondering if maybe, just maybe, they were right. But what they didn't see was that the fire they thought would consume you was instead forging you. Every insult, every betrayal, each lie tossed your way. It was all fuel to a fire that didn't destroy you, but refined you. And now, as the tables turn, they stand before flames they can no longer control. There's a bitter beauty in watching the mighty fall, isn't there? They strutted as if they held all the cards, untouchable, immune to consequences. But now they're starting to feel the sting of everything they put you through. Every sleepless night, every anxious thought, every moment of despair. It's all coming back to them, doubled, relentless, merciless. They thought they had you figured out. They saw you as weak, thought you'd crumble under the weight of their games. To them, you were someone to manipulate, to control, and eventually discard. They underestimated the strength it takes to endure, to stay silent, to walk through fire without becoming it. What they forgot, though, is that those who've been through hell become immune to the flames. You walked through, survived it, and emerged stronger. As for them, they're not so lucky. Now they're tasting what you felt. The betrayal, the emptiness that scratches at them in the dead of night. They're wondering why things aren't lining up, why peace eludes them. That's the thing about karma. It moves slowly, quietly, then strikes all at once, catching them off guard, stripping them bare, just like they did to you. In that silence, in that loneliness, they're left only with the shadows of their actions for company. Now, haunted by the lies they told, by the betrayal they sowed, they walk with ghosts by their side. A whisper follows them, reminding them of the hurt they caused, of the scars they left. They thought they could leave it all behind, but some actions stick. Some stains never wash away. Now they feel that weight. With each step, a reminder of the people they trampled to get here. They tried to break you, to shatter your sense of self, but all they did was expose their own brokenness, their own insecurities. They revealed their hand, and now it's all they have left. An empty deck, a hollow game. They're facing themselves now, maybe for the first time, and it's not a pretty sight. Every lie they told to stay comfortable is unraveling, leaving them raw, exposed, vulnerable. In their darkest moments, they'll search for someone to blame, but there's no one left. It's just them and their actions, just them and their choices. The people they pushed away, the love they discarded, the respect they undervalued. It's all rushing back now, filling the void they thought they could ignore. And they'll realize too late that real hell isn't a place. It's a state of mind, a prison of their own making. Now they'll understand what it's like to be discarded, left without answers, without comfort. They'll feel the pain of being used, their emotions turned into a playground for someone else's amusement. They'll taste the emptiness, the helplessness, the anger you once felt. No one will be there to shield them from the consequences. You gave them chances, didn't you? Gave them opportunities to see, to change, to grow. But they laughed it off, dismissed it as weakness. They'll remember every time they made you feel small, every twist of the knife just to see you bleed. And that pain will come back to them tenfold, because karma doesn't forget, doesn't forgive, and doesn't play favorites. They thought they'd leave you broken, but instead, you came out stronger, more resilient, above their petty games. You don't need revenge. You've risen past it. Their suffering is a consequence, not a prize. That's the difference between you and them. And as they trudge through this darkened mire, every step weighed down by their actions, they see what they've lost. They might not admit it, clinging to pride like armor. But deep down, they know. They know they had something real, something true, and they threw it away. They gambled with hearts and lives, thinking they'd never pay the price. Now only their own arrogance remains, gnawing at them, a reminder of their own downfall. The sound of their life rings hollow, each betrayal echoing back. Nights grow longer, darker, haunted not by ghosts, but by missed chances to be better, to be honest, to be respected. It's a loss that will haunt them forever, a void no fleeting thrill or shallow victory can fill. The real pain will come from within, from facing who they are when no one else is watching. Their actions have painted a brutal portrait of themselves, one they can't easily live with. Each time they try to shift blame, that image will remain, a silent witness to every lie, every betrayal, every ounce of cruelty. Perhaps in some twisted way, they'll come to understand what you felt. The loneliness, the frustration, the hurt they dismissed so easily. They'll see that it wasn't weakness they preyed on, but strength. Strength they mistook for something to abuse and discard. Now, they're left without it, fumbling in the darkness of their own making. There's no escape in their thoughts. Memories that once brought joy now carry a bitter sting. Moments of laughter, of safety, are tainted, reminders of warmth they discarded. They'll try to bury those memories, but they'll keep surfacing, scratching like an unsolvable itch, an unquenchable thirst. Let them sit with this reality, in the silence, in the emptiness they created, knowing that you don't need to say a word. Your silence is their reckoning, a silent judgment they'll carry forever. As they navigate the ruins of the life they thought they controlled, you're free, free to rise, to rebuild, to thrive in ways they'll never understand. Because you walked through the fire, and they're only just beginning to feel the burn. Let them feel the flames they lit. Let them wander through the hell they crafted. Let them carry the weight of their actions. And as they're left with regret, with bitterness, with a hollow life, they'll know they walked right into their own reckoning, while you walk forward, untouched, unbroken.